Hi friends, welcome back to your yoga practice. My name is Jess, and today I will be guiding you through a heart-opening, back-bending vinyasa flow class. If you like classes like this, please subscribe to my channel so that we can grow our community right here on YouTube. And if you'd like to learn more about what I offer, check out my website at jrockyoga.com and my Instagram. Send me a message at jrockyoga. Let's get to it. I'll see you on the other side. Let's get started. So today I'm going to get started waterfalling over my blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can just come to your back, no big deal. But if you do, you'll set your blocks up in an equal shape. And the bottom block will go right where your bra strap will go. If you don't wear a bra, it will be at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. So you can kind of wiggle around and find there. And the second block will be at the base of your head, kind of like a pillow. Allow your arms to waterfall up, palms can be face up, and bring the soles of your feet to touch. Let your knees drop out. This is a more restorative way to start, but it's also a way to start to unlock our front body with minimal effort. And so as you settle in here, begin to notice the points of contact, body to block, body to floor. And see if you can give a little bit more of your weight over to the block and over to the floor. And the more weight we give, the more openness and freedom we can have in our front body. Take a few breaths here, settling in. In today's practice, we'll be working through our spine. We'll be working through some heart-opening postures or back-bending postures. And oftentimes, these postures can be really feel good. And sometimes they can be a little bit spooky scary and bring up some tension or fear. In my experience, in my body, they can be very energizing and exciting. So we're going to work towards that. We're going to work towards an energized, excited practice today. So when we're working through these deeper postures or a little bit more intense postures, it's bound to be that emotions or feelings arise. That's kind of part of our yoga asanas so that we can look at them and be with them and get to know ourselves a little bit better. Take a few more breaths here. Then we'll slowly start to remove the blocks. We can send them out to either side and come all the way down onto your back. I'll have my knees bent and let my knees rest in on one another. You find what feels comfortable. And just take a moment here to feel the earth. Full lengthening, full support. Begin to extend your arms over your head and your legs long. Big stretch, maybe your rib cage lifts up. And then pulling one knee into your chest and the other, giving yourself a big hug and a big squeeze. Find a little bit of momentum, doesn't have to be too crazy. And then cross your ankles, roll over the tops of your feet, and come to all fours. Hands will be underneath the shoulders and knees underneath your hips. As you inhale, cow pose, untucking your tailbone, dripping your heart and belly down, and scooping your gaze forward, maybe up if your neck allows. Exhale, press into the ground and round. Inhale, untuck your tail, scooping heart and eyes forward. Exhale, rounding tail, curling in. Start to move at the pace of your own breath here, opening and closing your spine. And see if you can notice that each movement starts at the tailbone and sequentially moves upward out the crown of your head. How intentional can you be moving each vertebrae one at a time through your cat and your cow? Next time you come to your cow pose, pause and tuck your toes. We're going to come into puppy pose, walking your hands forward, and notice that your hips want to follow your hands when you come into this posture, generally. So try and keep your hips sinking backward as you reach your arms forward. And then start to allow your heart to melt toward the ground. So it's early in our practice. The heart might not touch the ground, maybe chin doesn't touch the ground. You can always have your forehead resting as well. See if you can find some steady long breaths here, elongating the area of your body underneath your armpits and your chest and your waist. We're going to move in this posture, so grip into your finger pads, take an inhale, and as you exhale, just round and curl your low and middle back into like a cat pose, but halfway. And then inhale, untuck your tailbone, drip your heart and chest back down. Exhale, round, press hands into the mat. Inhale, untuck and drip. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, untuck and drip down. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, untuck. One more, exhale. Inhale, untuck, pause. Walk your hands a little bit more forward, draw your hips a little bit back. Press down into your elbows and bring your palms to kiss above the back of your head. Chin can still be down on the mat if you're working there, or forehead can be down. And from here, if you can keep the hips where they are, see if you can walk your elbows out more forward, maybe like an inch or two. See if you can find a little bit more elongation. Pressing your elbows down and forward. Breath is strong. Release your hands to the mat. Glide up to all fours. And then tuck your toes if they're not already there. Downward facing dog. Grip into your fingers. Find your stillness and your steadiness. Lengthening through your spine. As you inhale, come all the way up onto your tippy toes. Drop your left heel down and in, bend your knees. And try and touch your right hip to your right shoulder, squeezing your right side body. As you do that, press more into your left hand, stretching your left hip back, left side body stretch. Inhale, up on your tippy toes. Exhale, right heel drops down. Bend your knees generously and squeeze your left hip towards your left shoulder. Press firmly into your right hand, elongating your right side body. Breath in. And breath out. Inhale, up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, invite your heels toward the earth. Inhale, up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, round and curl, forward to high plank. Drop your knees at the same time in the same way down toward the earth. Dip your belly, scoop your heart forward. Glide forward, and as you exhale, bend your elbows back, lower your chest and chin to the earth. Grip into your finger pads and keep drawing your elbows together and back. Get heavy, heavy, heavy through your heart. Maybe throat is on the ground, breathing. Lift up your knees. Grip into your finger pads, lift your chest and slither forward onto your belly. Untuck your toes, open your hands wide and spike your elbows up toward the sky. Inhale, wide cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, wide cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, wide cobra, pause here, press through the tops of your feet. Shoot your heart forward, shoulders down and back. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale, and exhale. On your next inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, round and curl all the way forward, high plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bend your knees, lead with your tailbone up and back, down dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, round and curl, press the mat away, dome your upper back to the sky. Inhale, pause. Exhale, glide up and back, down dog. Left foot step center. Inhale your right leg all the way up toward the sky. As you exhale, bend your right knee, rotate your hips open. Inhale, straighten your right leg and gently step your right foot to your right thumb. Place your back knee down. And as you inhale, both arms come up over your head. Take your left wrist with your right hand and inhale, stretch up. Press out of your front heel and really lift, lift, lift. As you exhale, stretch over toward the right. Big inhale and exhale to arc toward the right side, squeezing right shoulder to right hip as you open left side body. Inhale, come on back to center. And as you exhale, maybe you start to look up. As you do, press into your front heel and stick your bum back a little bit. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting up through heart. Softening your hips forward and down. One more inhale. Exhale, both hands toward the mat. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale up on your tippy toes. Exhale, ripple forward, high plank. Pause for your inhale. And as you exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale. Lift your knees, glide forward, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot center, inhale your left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, bend your knee and rotate your hips open. Inhale, straightening your left leg and gently stepping your left foot towards your left thumb. Place your right knee down on the mat. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Reach your left hand for your right wrist. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, stretch over to the left. Squeezing left shoulder toward left hip. Spiraling your heart up. Opening your right side body. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, stick your bum a little bit back, lift your heart to the sky, and maybe you start to lift your gaze. Press up and out of your front heel to find lift through your heart and soften into your hips. Breath in and a breath out. Inhale, releasing your hands down toward the mat, stepping back your way, downward facing dog. Inhale, up on your tippy toes. Exhale, round and curl, high plank. Inhale to pause. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, lift your knees, slither forward, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Breath in and breath out. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, round and ripple forward, high plank. As you exhale, bend into your knees and drop both of your heels toward the right. Inhale, come into a side plank by pressing your right hand and right foot into the ground. Left arm comes over your ear. But instead of lifting your knee or your left leg, just let your left leg hover about an inch over your right. And then squeeze your right side body together and reach your left toes in like a rainbow shape toward the earth, really stretching through your whole left side body. Good, come back to high plank. Slowly bend your knees and drop your heels over toward the left side. Inhale, right arm up over your ear, press into left hand and left foot, and let your right leg elongate like a waterfall, just hovering a few inches above your left. Press down and squeeze your left side body together as you open and arc your right side body. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Breath in and breath out. As you inhale, come up on your tippy toes and slowly start to tippy toe your feet all the way up towards your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up over your head, big stretch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle your arms up over your head. And as you exhale, ground into your left leg, send your right leg back, airplane. Interlacing your fingers at your low back, find your balance, press your knuckles toward the back of your mat, spread your toes. Find cobra action in your spine, lifting your heart and lifting your back heel. Breath in. Breath out. Squeezing your inner thighs together, lifting, lifting, lifting. Keeping your bind of your hands, slowly bend your standing leg and step your right foot to the back of your mat. Start to press your knuckles to the ground as you lift your heart up toward the sky. Bound crescent. Inhale, releasing your bind. And as you exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, cartwheel your hands down toward the mat. Place your right knee onto the ground. Make a kickstand with your right foot and take your left big toe with your peace fingers. Send your left heel up toward the sky, modified side plank. Start to release your toe and then reach for the top of your left foot, kicking, kicking, kicking your foot away from your bum. Spread your toes, scoop your heart forward, and maybe let your head lean back. Slowly guide your left foot back to the front of your mat. Plant both of your hands and step back, down dog. Inhale up on your tippy toes. Exhale, round and ripple, high plank. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward. Cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up to your tippy toes. And as you exhale, just slowly tippy toe, your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, send your arms back behind you, transfer the weight into your right foot, and send your left leg up and back, airplane. Interlace your fingers at your low back, shoulders hug back and together, and press your knuckles to the back of the mat. Spread your toes, lift heart, lift heel. Breathe in, and breathe out. Keeping your bind, Step your left foot way to the back of your mat. Press your knuckles to the earth and lift your heart. Bound crescent. Inhale, release your hands, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm and reach forward. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, cartwheel both of your hands down toward the mat and gently place your left knee down. Make a kickstand with your left knee, anchor your left hand, and reach for your right big toe with your right peace fingers, sending your heel up toward the sky. Then release your toe and reach for the top of your right foot, kicking your heel away from your bum. Hug your shoulder blades together and shoot your heart forward. Really finding openness through your shoulders. Use your right hand to guide your right foot back toward the front of your mat. Plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in here to land. And a cleansing breath out. Step your left foot center. Inhale your right leg all the way up toward the sky. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, rotate your hips open. Begin to flip your dog, placing your right toes back behind you. Extend your left leg and reach your right hand over your face, wild thing. Come on back through, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, bend your left knee and start to rotate your hips open as you flip your dog. Left toes down to the mat, extend your right. And then lift your hips, lift your heart, wild thing. Come back over, downward facing dog. Inhale, round and ripple forward. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Pause here. Let your heart drip down. See if you can look forward with your eyes and pull back with your elbows. Inhale, all the way down onto your belly. I'll slide my blocks out. Let your right cheek rest on the earth and send your arms back behind you, palms facing up. Let your heels drop out to either side and just take a short moment of rest. Switch your cheek, left cheek down. Come back through center. Take your palms facing the earth and untuck your toes if they're tucked. Press to the tops of your feet and feel your kneecaps lift up off the ground, engaging your thighs and legs. As you inhale, curl your heart up. Imagine you're holding like a lime or a lemon in between your chin and your chest to keep your neck long. Keep pressing through your hands and then lift your legs. Keep pressing through your hands to lift your heart. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthening and lifting. Heels, heart. One more inhale. Exhale, release, left cheek to the mat. Palms flip up, heels fall out. Come back to center. Palms face down. Untuck your toes if they're tucked. Press to the tops of your feet. Feel your kneecaps lift, engage. Inhale, press through your hands, lift your heart, and then lift your legs. Find that slight tucking of your chin. Inhale, lift, 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 and then reach your arms back like you're actually flying now. Hands lift up off the ground, everything lifting. Use every single muscle in your back, squeeze them around your spine, and breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale, right cheek to the mat. Let it go, let your heels drop out, palms flip up. Release any tension you're holding. Really let your whole body drop here. Come back to center. And this time we'll bend our knees. Both knees at the same time in the same way. And then flex your feet. We're going to reach back for our ankles, shins, or the tops of our feet. And then before we engage or go anywhere, I want you to just take a notice. Did your knees come all the way out? Bring them back in about hip width. And then flex your feet, or at least spread your toes so that all the muscles are activating around your knees. Roll your shoulders back in together. As you inhale, kick up, and let the kicking open your front body. Allow your heart to melt forward through your arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Really kicking up, engaging the muscles around your spine. Steady breath. And release, left cheek down. Maybe you windshield wiper your knees, sending your feet to the left and to the right. And then hands come back by your rib cage. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog, maybe a king cobra. Take your back bend of choice. Really bend into the elbows and wrap them back, shooting your heart forward. Lift through the crown of your head. As you exhale, downward facing dog for some length. Press into your hands, get longer. And then place your knees down on the ground. Sit back onto your heels and bring your palms flipped up onto your thighs. Your eyes can be closed here. Taking a moment to ground and feel. We're going to come into Ustrasana, or camel pose. I'm going to move myself up to the top of the mat. And I like to have my toes tucked because it shortens the distance between my hands and my feet when I go back. So you can try the toes tucked, or you can try toes untucked. See what feels the best in your body. We're first going to start Ustrasana in a little bit of a different way than we might be used to. I want you to find an arcing of your spine. So stick your tailbone very far back and shoot your heart very far forward. And as you do that, you'll find this big curve in your spine. Good. And I want you to think about engaging, just like we did when we were in our locust pose right before this, wrapping and squeezing the muscles around your spine. So see if you can be here, but be active while you're here. And then find just a slight core engagement. That might take you a small bit out of it, but find just a slight curling of your pubic bone towards your belly button. Just a slightness. Bring your arms to goal post. Send your tailbone back and shoot your heart forward. Engage all the muscles around your back. Find the little tucking in your front body. And then I want you to reach back for the tops of your heels. Option 1 is you stay here. Option 2, trying to keep this nice curve, we just lift our bum up off our heels, squeeze our shoulder blades together. Once you get here, readjust, see if you can shoot your heart forward and maybe back now. Send your hips forward, and can you keep that engagement of your muscles wrapping around your spine? Slowly, leading with your bum. Sit your bum back, untuck your toes, and be still. We're gonna go again. Come up onto your toes. Send your tailbone back, shooting your heart forward, and engage the muscles around your back. So see if you can squeeze all of the muscles around your spine. Goal post your arms, And find this opening. Hands come to your heels and lift. Beautiful. And find your adjustments. Take a few breaths here, opening up. If you would like to try the transition and take this into your wheel pose, you look back, look where you want to go, hands go back to the mat, and you lift. Send your tailbone back, re-engage the muscles on your spine. Opening through your front body. This time, we'll all meet on our backs. So if you're in your camel, roll back up, and then sequentially make your way to your back. Separate your feet wide, and let your knees drop in. Open your arms wide, palms slip up in a receiving mudra. Allowing yourself space to feel. Space to notice. And space to be with whatever is with you right now. And allowing that to be okay. Gently separate your knees and then place them over towards your left. Taking a supine twist, your gaze can move over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze shifts over to the left. Inhale through center, and let's take one final happy baby, reaching for the outer edges of your feet, a gentle tuck of your chin, and a lengthening of your tail down toward the top of your mat. Pull your knees down and press your heels up, finding a nice long spine here. And then slowly releasing, extending your legs long and preparing for our Shavasana. Take up space on your mat, snuggling your shoulder blades underneath your heart to prop it up. Let's take one full breath in together. Open your mouth. Release control of your breath and take rest, Shavasana. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I hope you enjoyed this heart-opening flow. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and share it with a friend so we can grow our community right here on YouTube. And if you'd like to learn more about what I offer, check out my website at jrockyoga.com. And I'm very active on Instagram. Send me a message at jrockyoga. I'll see you next time.